right, we are back. Episode 4.
Yes,
Locker
sir.
Room Talks. A few trades and signings going on. So, and also sorry we missed last week. We had a bit of a tragic event.
Yeah,
For
unfortunately,
Ariel here.
my dog. Unfortunately, we had to put him down. So that was very unfortunate, pretty sad. But that we did have to, step
Skip
away
a week.
from recording that week. But we're back this week. And
Luckily, there wasn't anything super important.
yeah,
too.
yeah, that too. But this we'll do this episode in memory of my dog.
Exactly. R.I.P.
Yeah. But aside from all that, thank you guys for all the recent support that you guys have gave us on our other videos, on our social media. We've been seeing like some of our reels and Instagram doing really well. So thank you guys for all that support. And if you guys haven't checked out our Instagram and our TikTok and whatnot, we do upload a bunch of podcast clips. So if you guys don't have time to check out the full episodes, you guys could check us out there.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of heated debates in the comments too.
Yeah, definitely.
Like a bunch of like random people like chiming in and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah. So if
Like
you guys want to
shitting
be
on us.
involved in that,
Yeah, check out the reels, comment on our YouTube videos, whatever you guys think.
yeah,
It's
and
fun.
we
It's
respond
fun to
back too.
discuss.
So it's a good time.
Yeah.
But with that being said, yeah, if you guys do enjoy this episode, make sure that you guys leave an early like. And if you guys haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Definitely helps us out.
And we'll have all the socials, of course, linked in the description.
Yeah.
And at the end of the video.
Yes, sir. But with that being said, I think we're ready to jump right into it.
Let's go. So we saw Schroeder to the Lakers.
Yeah.
We talked about how he was still playing in the Euro tournament and like he didn't sign with anyone yet. And there were some things that kind of like hinted that he might want to come back. Like a few months ago, LeBron posted something or like commented on something. And
Yeah,
Schroeder,
I thought he was going to come back then too.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it ended up happening now. He came back with a very, very small, what is it, like 2.5 million?
I mean, yeah, obviously he missed out on his fat contract extension, but he knows he fucked up.
I'm happy that he came to realize it, though. I think that, at the time, I thought Schroeder might have been a good addition to the team, but now Lakers just have a bunch of guards and stuff like that. So I don't know how beneficial he really will be, but I think that he's he could definitely be a solid asset off the bench. Can't complain, for 2.5 million. I think you're getting.
What'd you think like about the previous time he was with us?
I wasn't too happy with him back then. I mean, I don't know. I kind of had higher expectations for him. I thought that he was going to perform better, and I thought that he kind of came with an attitude not very similar to Westbrook, but kind of like Westbrook, where like he kind of thought he was too good for who he actually was, and so he didn't perform how he wanted him to. He fumbled the bag, scrotum.
Yeah,
and took the L. So I'm happy we have him, but he got put in his place.
Well, one thing I realized with the Lakers, like over the years, is that now that we have a lot of guards, it's going to take a while to figure out who's starting and who's coming off the bench and the rotations, and it really messes with the team chemistry as well.
Yeah.
Like, we're always messing with the starting five. Like, I think we had the most variations of a starting five
Last
as
season.
Like more than any team, and like LeBron as center, and like with all our injuries, it's tough. So I hope it works out quick.
Definitely. But
also, new coach. Like, we don't know how he rolls, so.
That's the thing, yeah. I mean, he doesn't know how he rolls. It's
Yeah.
like literally his first time, his first time coaching. So it's like he's trying to learn the ropes. Obviously, he's had experience being like assistant coach and whatnot, but that's not actually having full authority and making all the decisions. So we'll see. New coaches, they go one of two ways.
Yeah,
Either
and he's coaching a lot of old heads too. So
yeah, which
it's
is
not easy.
Yeah, exactly. It's very difficult. Obviously, like back in the day, Phil Jackson, Kobe Bryant had like their beefs. Because they're just also Phil Jackson, great coach, Kobe Bryant, great player, and they just clash like that. So but LeBron has, I think, a bit of a different personality. I think that he'd be more receptive to actually listening to feedback and stuff like that.
Yeah, because he's also the coach. So
Maybe less Westbrook, but I don't know. Speaking of Westbrook, though, like media day was today and whatnot. So he was talking about how he's willing to do everything he can for the Lakers. He's feeling a lot better this season. He's willing to come back with a better attitude. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, you can't tell till we actually see, but I do have some better hopes.
yeah. I mean, you can never know. I had really great hopes in the beginning of last season too, and then look at how that turned out.
We're a super different team now.
Mm-hmm.
Like our whole bench is different.
Yeah.
It's obviously we have Westbrook, LeBron, and AD, but assuming AD will play more games, and we have a lot of new role players, like it's gonna be a lot different. New coach.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean we got
guards getting older.
We have Patrick. Yeah, we got Patrick Beverly though for some more defense. Kendrick Nunn's coming in. He never even played last season, so that should be a little helpful. But realistically, I don't know if I see Lakers going too far next season. It's tough to say. Looking at the different teams and players
There's
that they have.
too many good teams, and like
it's also like the Lakers have showed us like last season that they can't perform with the big three. So it's like they have to. I mean, it's like I can't give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
they
unless something changes.
Yeah, like now you have to prove to me that you can be better. And so maybe that's like kind of fucked up for me to go in with that perception because like Lakers are my team, but I gotta also be realistic and look at the facts. And fact is we still have Westbrook on our team, and we still don't have depth to our team. So these are things that we have to deal with. So we'll see how far that gets us next season.
Yeah, and then moving on. So obviously the Jazz are going like full rebuild. They traded Bojan away to the Pistons,
which is about time,
for Kelly Olynyk and Saban Lee. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like the Jazz, they didn't really get anything for the future there. Like Kelly is obviously not for the future. Saban Lee, yeah, but he's not. I don't think he's gonna do much.
Maybe Bojan wanted out of there.
And like that, but that kind of sucks too for Bojan to go to a team like the Pistons, who's also rebuilding.
Yes and no. I mean, like Utah is like the same thing. What's he getting from there? Maybe he's just getting a change of scenery. Like there's not really much of a difference.
I think he could have got traded to like a team that was a contender who had like a young, or other picks or something that they could have gave up for that extra piece. Because Bojan is a good piece for a contending team.
Maybe like they did do the trade because they saw that this was like the best outcome that like in the end of the day Utah's going to do what's best for them, not what's best for Bojan. So it's like
but I just personally don't even think they got really anything out of it. So unless every team rejected their offers, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I know obviously Bojan, there was a chance for him to come to the Lakers with Clarkson. That obviously is not going to happen anymore. So I'm wondering if that puts like more pressure for like Pacers and whatnot with the Lakers. But yeah, I mean that obviously kills any trade with Bojan. So now that poses the question if Clarkson is going to even stay with Utah though, or if
I mean,
if he's going to get traded.
Yeah, the thing is, if he stays, he can be a star. So
he's a good
he
player.
might want to, like, who knows?
Yeah,
might want to prove himself. Even though he's pretty proven as a six man. He's a great scorer. Doesn't play defense, but he comes off the bench and like gives you a spark. So maybe he'll stay and just. It's not his decision.
No, 100%.
He's not a free agent, but I'm sure if he wanted to leave, he would
there
make
could
it
be like
public.
there could be like mutual like decision. Like they could both decide like they want to get like he wants to get traded, and they can be like, yeah, that could help us out too.
Yeah, like if you're thinking they're fully rebuilding, I would assume they would want to trade him.
Exactly, which was kind of what also surprised me is that just Bojan was traded, but I don't know. I don't know what Utah's thinking. I don't know what.
I think they're gonna be the worst team in the league.
But they have a lot of picks, so.
Yeah, it's like OKC, but I mean OKC is looking pretty nice currently. Even though SGA, I don't know if you saw, he's gonna be out for a little bit.
Oh, I didn't see. What's that?
Sprained something. I think like a sprained MCL, or said he's gonna be out for like a couple months and like miss training camp. And then also Robert Williams from the Celtics is gonna be out for a little while, which is gonna kind of hurt.
Yeah,
them.
That's pretty unfortunate. He was
a
definitely helpful for them. Big guy.
What else?
Oh, so yeah, the Suns franchise is for sale, huh?
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, did it like officially go for sale or like he was advised to sell it?
I don't.
But I do know like there were some front runners to buy the organization. Bezos,
Yes, so there's
kind of not surprised, and a former Disney CEO,
Bob
Bob
Iger.
Iger, and the founder of Oracle Arena, Larry Ellison. And then
No, Arena, just Oracle.
what?
Like Oracle, like
Oh
the,
yeah,
the
yeah,
actual brand. Yeah.
and then Wizards minority governor Laureen Powell. So they get the Suns and the WNBA Mercury team.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I always think it's crazy to buy, like, literally to think of buying an NBA team.
And also
It's-
think about how much they're worth now compared to when the last owner bought them.
Yeah, but I mean, does it surprise you that someone like Jeff Bezos is like looking at this like these are
It's like pocket
mean,
change.
Disney CEO, Oracle co-founder. I mean, like these people have like they're so
This is just
loaded.
good investments for them because obviously in years from now the value obviously goes up.
Yeah, 100%. I
any
mean, look at
sport.
Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban like loves the like Dallas Mavericks.
I mean,
Cherishes that
yeah.
team.
Then it's cool to get also an owner that's passionate, like
Yeah.
Mark and Clippers owner, Steve Ballmer,
Yeah.
and like I feel like the players feel the energy as opposed to like an owner who's racist and like you don't want to play for them.
Yeah, 100%. And a lot of players did speak out about all that stuff that was going on, about the owner and obviously how it's not right. And I know LeBron even talked about it as well. So yeah, I'm definitely happy that they're getting him out of like the organization, and that they're gonna hopefully find someone better and someone who's has none of those shares none of those traits as the other guy.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, I think it'll get sold. It's just a matter of time. So we'll see.
I feel like it's just a lot of like logistical stuff, a lot of
Yeah,
legal
it's
stuff
huge.
that goes
Like,
into
we're talking
it. I mean, you're running a
billions.
fucking team. So
Yeah.
yeah. But speaking of the Suns, there was also news about them with Jay Crowder that he wanted to. Well, actually, he put a tweet and he was talking about. So I guess some like news thing on Twitter put something saying Suns training camp like starts tomorrow, and then he like quote tweeted it, and he was like, I won't be there, and then he like deleted it immediately. But like it's the internet. Like
I
everyone
guess
takes
something
screenshots and
happened.
shit.
Like he didn't seem that happy.
Yeah, so I guess then a couple days after that, they ended up saying there's like mutual agreement to basically get him out of there. So
I saw like the teams interested was Memphis, Celtics, Mavs, and Miami, I think.
what do you think of Jay Crowder?
I mean, I think he's a good role player. I know you hate him, but like he's a good role player. He hits important shots. He's a decent defender.
I guess.
Like, what do you want from him? He's not an all-star.
No, I don't expect him to be. He's very very average. Just like,
Dude, he's good.
very average.
He's a good player to a contending team. He's like a PJ Tucker,
Let's just say
3-and-D.
He clearly doesn't help the Suns enough.
It's not his fault.
No, but I mean, it's collectively their fault.
So
and he's
you
part
can't
of
say
that.
he sucks.
No,
they're great. They always have a good seed for second place.
I just never think that he was that good. I just feel like
I don't think anyone thinks he's that good. Like no one says
even
he's
for a role player, I don't think he's that good.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Compare him to like
Like an average role
Danny
player.
Green.
Yeah.
Like Jay Crowder is way better.
Nah.
Yes, he is.
No.
Dude, you're tripping.
No. Like Jay Crowder and Danny Green, like, dude, like, all right, like scale like this, where you put, like, I'm putting Danny Green like here, like Jay Crowder like here. Like, you're probably putting Jay Crowder.
Okay,
here.
that's fine. As long as he's above Danny Green.
Bro, like here, like barely.
No, dude.
What about like KCP? All right, KCP and Crowder.
I think they're pretty similar. I think Crowder's a
Hell
better
no.
shooter.
Dude, I would much rather have KCP.
Crowder was a great shooter last year. He's a great spot-up shooter.
I'm just not a fan.
Do you see DeAndre Ayton when they asked him about like his they interviewed him today in media day, and they asked him about his contract extension, and he sounded like pretty pissed.
Oh no, I didn't see. What did he say?
I don't know. He answered like so blunt. It was like so awkward. It was like, dude, you just got a fat contract. Like, shut up.
Yeah, I don't know, and he's young too, so it's like he has time. I don't know if he's like salty about not winning yet or something, but dude, like you have time, you know. Like,
Yeah.
if you didn't win now, like, what is he, like 22, 23 years old? Like, you know.
Also, Draymond said that he doesn't see him and the Warriors reaching a contract extension anytime soon. I feel like he'd be the first to leave.
I mean, he
and
did
go play
say,
with LeBron.
He did, yeah. He did say recently, dude, the last thing we need is another fucking guard.
One of them are gonna have to leave.
One of who?
Clay, Draymond, Poole, or Wiggins.
This season?
Like at the end.
Oh, well.
And I think Clay's a free agent and Draymond at the end.
I mean, Draymond's also the oldest out of them, no?
I believe, but Clay might leave. He wants money.
Splash Bros. I don't know.
But it doesn't matter, bro. Like, money talks, and if when you're getting to the end of your career, I know he obviously has a few years left, but you already had all these accomplishments. Like, now you want to just stack up the money.
Bro, he just came back. He literally just came back from an injury, like after not playing for such a long time. Won a championship.
But he's obviously slowed down.
Dude, but I don't think he feels like he's slowing down.
That's what I'm saying. See, he's gonna want to get paid.
No, I think that he would. Yeah, but okay. Same with Curry. Like, he stays with the Warriors. Like, he would want to do the same.
Curry's gonna get paid though.
No, I know. You don't think Clay would get paid?
No, because they can't afford it, and obviously they're gonna rather have Poole at that point, like for the future.
Maybe. I mean, you don't necessarily know if that's true, because like at the same
If
time,
what's
like
true?
that they would keep Poole over Clay. I mean, like, I personally would rather have Poole over Clay, but like at the same time, you have to think of like the loyalty aspect of it. Like, they're loyal to Clay, you know, like that's like Clay's.
Yeah,
like,
so they'll offer him a fair amount, but he's not gonna get what he used to.
But he might be okay with that, like, bro. At the end of the day, like, I don't think Klay Thompson needs that much more money. Like,
it doesn't matter about needing; it's always about wanting. Like,
the thing is, like, we don't that you don't think about, like, these NBA players, especially like the All Stars, make so much more money outside of the NBA. That's like, it's like crazy, you know?
Yeah, but when you're an All-Star, when you were an All-Star level, and then nobody wants to take a fat pay cut like that. It's hard.
I guess.
Well, regardless, one of them are.
But you don't. I mean, like, James Harden took like a fat pay cut.
I think Clay or Draymond are probably out next season.
Yeah, I think I could see Draymond leaving.
Well, James Harden didn't take a huge pay cut.
Like, no, but he said he was willing to. I'm saying
it was a pay cut. Like,
he was willing to take a fat one. Like, he was willing to barely like.
And he has a lot to prove. Like, he fucked himself.
I guess. I mean, yeah, him and the Nets, like that whole. Him and Philly.
Like, he was being a fat ass. Like, go play basketball.
Speaking of him, did you see what he did say about his weight? He lost 100 pounds in the offseason.
Yeah, that's not true.
Bro, like,
Zion looks good, though.
Zion looks like a beast. And I keep telling you, I think he's going to, like, get crazy. I mean, he was, like, fat, like, a year ago, bro. Like, fat.
That was so funny.
There was, like, a commercial of him. I think he was, like, playing, like, video games,
like,
eating Doritos or something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, like 350 pounds or something like that, like sitting on the couch.
They said he like surpassed 300 pounds when he was injured.
Yeah, but he looked good today. Like, dude, he looked like a beast.
Yeah, he's putting in work.
Him next, because I saw there was a picture next to CJ McCollum, and like he didn't look like too much. Like, he looked like, I guess, like beefier than like CJ, but like that would make sense, but not like fatter. So.
Yeah, and he's pretty shredded.
Yeah,
like he
definitely got in shape. I think he's definitely taking it seriously.
And he could fly.
I think he's ready to get back on the court. Dude, Pelicans are going to be a pretty insane team next season.
I really like him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, CJ there is honestly, when he first went there.
Dude, they got great scores with CJ and Ingram.
I didn't think much about it at first, though. But, dude, it's nice. CJ and Ingram play really good together.
Realistically, they can all average over 23 points a game each. That's already almost 70 points a game.
I mean, yeah, but the thing is, you can't rely on them to always score over 20 points a game. You can want them to, but it's like they might not be that consistent.
No, I'm saying like on average. So you're getting, and if not from them, you have other players. You have Jonas Valanciunas still.
Yeah, that's true.
Herb Jones.
No, dude, they got a nice team for sure. I'm excited to see them play. Like I've been excited to see Zion for a very long time. It's been a long time since we got to see him play, and even the amount that we did get to see him play wasn't that much. So, it'll be good. I think he's even. It looks like he's in better shape than he was, like even when he was
Like
playing
ever,
before.
yeah.
So I mean, this might be his best season.
He has
yet.
a lot to prove.
Yeah,
That's why.
definitely. I mean, but that's the thing. That's what I'm liking to see is like these players that do have a lot to prove. They're kind of already starting to show us. Like Kawhi came back already, like looking like beefier. Like his legs are like fucking huge. Like I don't know if you saw, and he's like,
Yeah.
he walks around like all big and
Yeah.
stuff now. So it's good. Him, James Harden. So we'll see.
I mean, that's what the offseason is meant for. Like you
but
should be.
but a lot of players don't take it seriously. That's the sad part. A lot of players don't care for basketball. They literally don't play from like the second the season ends until they have to get back
Yeah.
to practice, which is like crazy because it's like that's literally like your life.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully that's what
you'd want
defers
to.
a superstar from an average player, like
From a
Kobe.
nobody.
Kobe, wake up at 4 a.m. to shoot some hoops.
Yeah,
5 a.m. Jimmy.
Mamba mentality. Yeah, there was the whole Celtics shit that happened with Ime Udoka.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously we don't know much, but
They're
I
not
don't know
really
if you
saying
saw the
anything.
Matt Barnes video where he was talking about it. He said like he doesn't understand why, because at first it said like consensual relationship with
Well,
someone
at
in the
first they said
organization.
before they even talked about any sexual anything, like they at first didn't even say what happened. They were just saying he's pending suspension.
Yeah,
They wouldn't even say why.
I mean, but shortly after they said it was something.
but it was like almost like they were dripping the information and like not even like telling us the full story.
I
And
mean,
like even
maybe they don't
today-
want the full story out.
But that's like sus. It's like if shit is going on in the NBA that shouldn't be happening, like NBA
I
is a
think
big
it'll come
organization.
out. It'll
Celtics
come
is the
out.
big
Maybe it's
organization.
something with like the law that they can't speak about. But
maybe
I mean, I don't think he's just gonna sit out for a year. I
it's
think
probably
his-
because it's still pending investigation.
I think his job is done. Honestly.
Oh,
with
for
the
sure.
Celtics,
for
and
sure.
because like then Matt Barnes was saying that he didn't have much information when he made the first video, so he deleted it.
Yeah.
And then he said like it was something really bad happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was something with their travel coordinator or something. They found like they released a girl that they were talking about.
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
I saw because I kept
It's
seeing
like
a
their
bunch of different
travel
girls that they were talking
coordinator
about.
or
Okay.
something. But we don't know like what.
Yeah, I mean it's a crazy situation because like you said, at first they did say it was consensual, and then now they're saying it might not be, and that it goes very deep, and I don't even know if how far down like that rabbit hole goes.
Uh-huh.
So
I mean, even Matt Barnes was saying in his video that like behind the scenes shit like this happens a lot.
I mean,
like
dude, it
sexual
it doesn't
relationships.
surprise me. Like when you're a person of power, when you have money and you have respect from people, like it's sad to say, but you can get it your way a lot of the time. So it's a scary world we live in that sense. But I'm happy that they definitely caught on to this. They got him out, and he hopefully will never be seen in the NBA again.
Yeah, and then
or in any type of
their
sports thing.
their head coach, who is going to be their interim head coach for the year. He's younger than Al Horford, so
My God.
he has like no experience almost, and that kind of might change the
Oh, yeah.
dynamic of the team.
That's a very, very big difference. I mean, like, while a lot of people might say like coaching might not make that much of a difference, like it's all about the players. I might not necessarily think that's true because if you don't have like that team leader, then you're gonna be wanting to look for a coach that will lead you because that's what the coach will do. Like,
Yeah.
not every team has a LeBron James, let's just say. So it's like, and while Jason Tatum is there, will Jason Tatum really like be the one to assume that leadership role? And
Well,
will
I think
he
it's
really
more
know-
the veterans that help, like Al Horford.
They help, but they're not the
Marcus
actual
Smart.
leader. They're not like gonna be the ones that are actually leading the team. You're gonna be expecting your superstars to lead the team.
Yeah, but I mean, there's always like think of like Udonis Haslem in that sense. Like
That's like Jared Dudley for like the Lakers. Like
they're
he's
good
not-
like locker room players.
yeah, but he's not leading the team.
But they're also very smart. They're not gonna give you 40 points a game, but they'll teach you. And
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Is Al Horford gonna be enough to coach?
well,
The
it's not to
Celtics?
say that this coach is bad. We don't know him. Like he was their assistant coach.
It's not that he's
been
bad.
with
He's
them.
just new.
He's been with them as an assistant, just not as a head coach.
Yeah, but I mean, being that young, how long has he even been with them as an assistant?
I don't know. Probably not long, but I mean, we can't like.
He only has so much experience, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, like he only has so
but the
much.
Celtics are also supposed to be like the best team this year, so
I don't know.
who
A
knows?
lot of good teams in the East. We've said it multiple times, and I'll keep saying it because I mean, the East is deep. So
Yeah, but I just think the Celtics got even better than last year, by trading for Brogdon, and
Brogdon was definitely a good addition.
yeah, like that's a really good pickup after already making the finals.
Yeah.
So and no, beside for the Cavs and like maybe the Hawks, no teams got significantly better.
I mean, the Nets are still contenders.
Yeah, we'll see with Ben Simmons. I watched the Ben Simmons podcast. It was pretty cool.
I didn't
with
see that.
JJ Redick.
No, I didn't see that one yet.
Just like talks about everything pretty openly.
I saw some clips from it, but I didn't see the full podcast. I've been meaning to, but I will get into it.
It's cool because they played together. Like JJ Redick was on that team, the Philly team, so they were pretty close.
Yeah, I'll check that out for sure. But I'm excited to see him back in the court. As much as I'm not the biggest fan of him, like I am excited to see him back in the court because I don't want to not like players. I don't want to not like Ben Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want him to prove to me that he can be a better player. And like if he can do that, like yeah, I have no reason not to like him. But it's like when KD goes and does shit, for example, where it's like he's like difficult on purpose to like different teams. Like dude, like you're just being an asshole. Like people don't like you because you're just being an asshole. You know, like your personality sucks. You could be a great player, but you're just a shitty person in that regard. So. Or James Harden, for example, when he wanted to trade out of Houston, he just got fat and then didn't show up to training. Like that's so fucked up, Like no one's gonna give you respect in that regard. So that's why like I never really liked that. I never really liked James Harden, and now he's kind of showing us that he wants to put in the work and he wants to win. So I mean, we'll see, but that doesn't excuse everything that you've done in the past. And
but I mean, also recently, like organizations don't show players the same respect as well, so it's tough for players now too to put all their devotion into an organization when
that's true.
They could just trade you after promising you big futures with them and fat contracts, and then just trade you.
Where you are though, also.
Like, huh?
I'm saying I would say it depends where you are also though. Like for example, like Portland and Damian Lillard. Like I think that there's a mutual understanding that if Damian Lillard decides to stay, he won't get traded.
There is, but there have been instances where people think that, and then like DeMar and the Raptors, it happened, and Blake Griffin, it happened with the Clippers. You think that you have a mutual.
At the end of the day, though, it's a business.
That's why the players should be able to say, "Fuck it, I don't want to play here anymore." Why not?
I mean, they do. They can, but again, like then people like KD, like that's fine. You don't want to go and play somewhere.
I'm not gonna say you're one of the greatest of all times.
No,
like
no,
it ruins
it
ruins your greatness. But
that's not even what I'm saying. Request a trade, but you can't go and request a trade every year. Like that's like you're taking it a little
don't
overboard.
like that.
Like okay, you requested a trade, fine, didn't work out there. Oh, okay, let me try out this place. Well, it didn't work out there. Let me try out this place. Wait, I actually want to stay. So now I'm going to stay. And then next year,
it did work out in Golden State, and he still wanted to leave.
Dude, like that's the thing. Like he was never happy even when he had everything. Like he had like the dream team and he left and still wasn't happy. And like he probably wasn't happy because he just wanted to be like the star. But then look, like he never won.
Yeah.
So it's like, how far did you really get when you didn't have Curry by your side there also?
Yeah.
So like, that, but going back to like the whole respect thing, he does all that shit. So obviously, I only like him so much.
Yeah. It's annoying.
Yeah.
Honestly. So we have the Patrick Beverley video from Media Day talking about him and Westbrook untold story.
A driving force for you and what you admire about Russell.
Yeah.
How would you describe the relationship and truly your want and desire to coexist and make this thing work?
And I tell you guys this story, and it's perfect time before, and I've never told anyone this story. This is when Russ playing with the Houston Rockets. We play the Houston Rockets, and you got to think what me and Russ had. Like he's at every chapel, and I'm at every chapel. So like the fuel starts there. Like I'm trying to get right with Jesus, but at the same time, I'm looking at his slides like, hey man, why his slides look like that? You know. So when we play Houston, you know, he comes to me during the game like, yeah man, I got your sister courtside tickets, but I'm in so much gang mode. The only thing I hear is my sister. I'm turning around like, hey, what the fuck's going on? You know? So the play calms down. It's the free throw line. I absorb what he says. I look at my sister. She's on the floor. He gave her seats. Don't know me from a can of paint. This is a story he hasn't told. I haven't told. You know. And next play I go to him during the game, free throw line. Hey, you know what? That's real as fuck. That's real. That's real. You did that. Yeah. And from that point on, if it was if I was to name a best friend, so far I've been on the team 4 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. But if I was to name a best friend, it'd easily be him. Easy. We work out together, we lift weights together, we chat all the time. Easy. It's great.
I mean, I don't doubt it. You know, when guys respect each other a lot, that want to compete.
Yeah, like I think I think we talked about it in the past, but obviously, you know, when they had their beefs and stuff in the past, you know, it's being competitive, you know, like they're playing on different teams. Obviously they're rivals, you could say at the time, you know, they you know, one team, there's competitiveness, you know, like
I feel like, yeah, players like that with big egos and like competitiveness can hate each other instantly, but also like click instantly.
Yeah.
Like,
so obviously they're on the same team now.
Yeah. So
they got no reason to be rivals.
Yeah, as quick as, you know, they hated each other, I feel like they could also love each other, because, you know, they're super competitive, and now they're playing together. So
it's a very cool video, though. I mean, it's very cool that he brought that up too, and like that Westbrook did that, like, because again, like, you know, he never brought that up. Westbrook never brought it up. Like, it wasn't anything that was supposed to be advertised to make Westbrook look good and or make him look like better than he is, I guess. It was just kind of something that Beverly appreciated. So it's just cool to see that now. I guess perceptions are a bit different. You know, we thought like Beverly and Westbrook on the same team. Like, how is that going to work out and stuff like that? And then, you know, you start to hear more stories and stuff and all this.
I mean, not to say that it will work out.
No. Well, but at least they're friendly with each other. You know, they don't hate each other.
Yeah,
there is no rivalry within the team, because like if you're starting Beverly bad, you know, pretty shitty. I mean, like when I saw Dwight Howard and AD getting in a fight last season, I was like, dude, that's bad. Like
yeah, when that shit happens on the bench, it's like, come on.
Especially like in the middle of a game, like on national TV, like you do not want to make
it's happened with KD and Draymond Green.
It's bad, bro. It's bad. It's like so, you know, obviously we don't want to see that this season. So seeing that they're good now just gives me more hope and more excited for next season. But speaking of next season and all this stuff, I mean, I'm sure you've seen how Jimmy Butler looks.
Yeah. They were asking him if he's gonna keep it for the season. He was like, I don't know. I just want to get people mad.
Yeah, he's just trying to troll the internet from his saying, but he says it's not extensions, which I think is
no. I mean, he giggled after he said it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like, I don't think he's trying to fool anyone.
I don't know. It's just, even if he's doing it as like a troll, like, bro, you're trolling yourself. Like,
they're way too long too, bro.
And like now he shaves his facial hair, so like
he looks so funny.
Doesn't look good. Like,
we want to pull it up real quick.
Yeah, like Jimmy Butler, like in the nicest way, bro. In the nicest way.
I mean, I guess the job's working. Everyone's getting mad. He kind of looks like I don't know, like a dinosaur.
I'm trying to think, like, he kind of looks like Travis Scott.
You think?
Like,
dude,
because
his dreads are long.
No. Forget about the dreads. Like, now that he shaved his like facial hair,
looks a lot younger.
His mouth is reminding me a lot of like how Travis Scott looks. I don't know, bro.
He has like the same facial structure.
We got Jimmy Scott here, number 22 in the Heat.
I don't know. Do you think he'll play with it?
I don't know. Probably.
It's like, it feels heavy too, no?
I have no idea, bro. Like, honestly, never had hair like longer than probably like this. So like I don't know how that is, but he just doesn't look good. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, in the nicest way, he should just
not
get rid
used
of
to it.
No, it just doesn't look good. I won't get used to it. I refuse.
I don't know.
That's the thing. Also, it's like, you know, when you like get introduced to someone and like they have like a certain appearance to them, if they go and change that appearance like the next day, you're gonna be like, whoa, what the fuck? Like you literally that's not how you look. Like for like someone who has like long hair, for example, like super long hair, and then they go and get like a buzz cut because like they're tired of having long hair. It's like complete like night and day difference. So
yeah, I don't know.
in most cases, that looks good. In this case, absolutely not. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, and it's like extensions, bro. Come on. I saw something else on Twitter. I don't know if you saw it today. That Caruso wanted to change his number.
He wanted to, and they didn't let him.
To honor Bill Russell because he was wearing number 6, and they didn't let him because he was top 75 in jersey sales in the NBA.
But bro, Caruso is a goat. Like
I thought, but like when he was on Lakers, I knew he was high in jersey sales, but I didn't know also on the Bulls, and especially because he was injured like almost the whole season.
Yeah, but you know he was super impactful.
He's always gonna
on
be
the Bulls,
impactful.
but he was impactful on the Lakers, and that's the thing. Even when he was on the Lakers, he had like nationwide appeal. Even then, like think about it today. Like I still like Caruso when he's in the Bulls. Like that didn't change now that he's not in the Lakers. It's not like something like that. It's not like I'm only tied to him because he was on the Lakers. You know, I still like him in the Bulls. So like I could see other other people that are fans of different teams still getting a jersey of Caruso. Yeah, because like it's just a Caruso jersey.
I was thinking about it today, and I think the Bulls might be the team that doesn't make it out the East.
Really?
Yeah, because I think Raptors are better than them, honestly.
That's crazy. I don't know.
It's not that really crazy.
No. It's crazy to think that the Bulls are.
And like Lonzo's out for a while.
That's a good point.
He just got surgery.
It's just great. It's crazy to think because DeMar is such a good player, and like Zach LaVine, Valanciunas, Vucevic. Excuse me, bro. Like they're all crazy.
I just don't like their depth. Like, I don't know.
It's like the Lakers' problem, you know. But that's a problem also, is that the East is just so much deeper that I could see where you're coming from, that they might not make playoffs. But dude, shit can change.
Of course, it has to do with health. But like assuming health, like healthy teams, I think they're the worst from like the top tier teams. I think Raptors are better, honestly. I think Siakam's gonna have a breakout year.
I mean, Siakam was insane last season. He says
he tweeted not tweeted, but I saw on Twitter he wants to be top 5.
Yeah,
relax,
dude. The thing is, but he is good. But like, bro, the problem is when you play in Toronto, no one gives a fuck.
No, but he's not nowhere near top 5. Like,
no, but am I wrong about that? Like
I don't know. I think they have a pretty big fan base. They're the only team in Canada, and like Drake, and they won the finals recently.
I guess they're
it's way better than like
maybe they have a fan base in Toronto.
Way better than I don't know, like Detroit or
Detroit sucks.
Yeah, so I'm like Toronto's not that bad of a market.
Toronto, the only reason they're relevant is because they have a good team right now. If they had a shitty team,
they've always had a pretty good team. DeMar was relevant when he was on the Raptors.
I'm saying if they didn't have I'm not saying that they did. I'm saying if they didn't have a good team today, no one would talk about them.
I don't know, dude. Like Toronto's pretty big
for Canada
and
in the
also
US.
Dude. Toronto's a big city.
If you're putting the players that are in Toronto in Detroit, I feel like the fan base there is bigger.
In Detroit,
it's just the U.S. It's a dude, NBA
Canada's
is a U.S.
thing because they're the only
NBA
team there.
is a U.S. team. It's a U.S. League.
It's not like Canada's like foreigns, bro. Like they're like the same thing.
I mean, kind of, bro. Like it is. Like Canada's a huge country, and we only have one. They have one NBA team. Like realistically, they can have
Toronto's
10.
pretty much like
they
America,
can have their own fucking
dude.
league, bro.
That's why it's in the NBA. It's like America, dude. They have a baseball team. They have a hockey team. Like, it's not just basketball.
It's just weird to me, bro. I don't know. But regardless of, fan base and whatnot, I agree with you. I think that they do have a little bit more depth than the Bulls. But it's hard for me to place the standings, dude. Like, it really is. Like,
yeah, I'm not placing any standings yet, but if I'm just picking one team that I think won't make it, it's going to have to be them.
A lot of these players haven't played together, too, or haven't played in a while, like Ben Simmons, Zion, like shit like that. So,
Yeah, that's why I'm like assuming healthy. I was like, I'm assuming there's no drastic injury.
Yeah.
I hope not. So, if healthy, I think they're the worst team from the 9 like good teams.
we'll see. I don't know. You might be right about
But
that
I mean,
one.
they'll be in the play-in, and in the play-in,
Yeah.
anything can happen. Obviously.
Yeah, DeMar can go crazy. You never
Yeah.
know. Zach LaVine can also have a breakout year.
Yeah.
I mean, like last year he was really good too, but I mean this season could really be his season. So you never know. And Vucevic too. I mean, like while he is, I feel like I don't know. Yeah, Vucevic is an interesting player to me because I feel like for the type of player that he is, he has a lot more potential. But
he showed it in Orlando, but he was the only like good player they had.
I guess
I don't know if
when
he
you're only a good
fits. Like,
player.
I mean, think about it. You have 2 players better than you on the team. You're gonna get way less touches. It's your stats are bound to go down. But he did pick it up like after the All-Star break a little bit. It was a lot better than the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that they do get it figured out because I would love to see the Bulls stay in the playoffs, but I could see how they might not. It's crazy to think that they don't because they do have good players. Like when you compare the West, for example, to the East today, like look at the Lakers, for example, compared to the Bulls. Like Lakers probably will make the playoffs, but like in terms of like how much better of a team they are compared to the Bulls, I don't even know if I could say that they are.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say it's that easy though. Still, for the Lakers to even make the playoffs, I think the West is pretty deep too.
You don't think? I think that they're coming in at like 6th, 7th seed, maybe 5th.
They could, but I mean, they should. Like, you have LeBron and AD.
It's hard to say because of what they did last season or what they didn't do last season.
Yeah, but I'm still expecting them to make it, and I don't know.
I mean, look, like they have like players that we've seen last season, like Juan Toscano, like he was definitely nice.
I mean, Beverly said any team he plays for, he's taken to the playoffs.
Beverly did great last season on the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Like he could definitely be a good addition. Like I said, Kendrick Nunn is back into playing this season. We don't have THT, which I think that he was holding us back because he was we kind of felt like tied to him. Like he has to be that next person because we put so much time, so much money into him. We picked him instead of Caruso, but like in the end of the day, I'm very happy that he's on the team because our focus has shifted away from him, and we could focus on what can hopefully get us a championship this season. So Schroeder could definitely help us with that. Thomas Bryant, I think, is going to be a good.
I think Austin Reeves is going to be a lot better.
Austin Reeves for sure.
That's going to be the hard thing about figuring out our backcourt.
Yeah, but I think that, like I said, like Juan Toscano played on Warriors, and that kind of helped us out figure out what type of player he would be and how he can help out. So we got to see Austin Reeves last season. We got to see Juan Toscano last season. So just being able to, I guess, based off of that, it will help shape it. But they're young players, so anything can change,
Yeah, and different roles. Like at different teams, is different roles, different
like
systems.
Jordan Poole, like he, in my opinion, he like stepped up like way above like what he was supposed to. Like he exceeded expectations essentially.
Yeah, but
So
I also feel like the Warriors know how to develop their young.
No,
players.
that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying though is that because he did that, he was able to have a more crucial role last season that he was actually expected to. Like I don't think he was supposed to have that big of a role.
Yeah, it helped him also that Clay was out for,
true. But when
of the
Clay
season.
came back, he wasn't as good, and Poole was better than we thought he would be.
Yeah,
So like both of those combined in the playoffs, he ended up having way more minutes.
yeah. I mean, he proved himself for sure, and he got himself a pretty nice contract too.
Yeah, so I mean, you never know. Like that's what I'm saying. Like these young players, like dude, Austin Reeves can start for the Lakers next season.
Yeah, and then we're gonna end
if
up
he proves
losing
it.
him like Caruso.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. Well, not necessarily because we don't have Westbrook next season, so we will have money to give him.
Well, I don't think you're going to want to spend it on Austin Reeves.
You don't know.
He's not going to be a superstar.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You don't know. Like, dude, these players can like in 1 year. Like,
I just
go
don't
and
think
show
he'll
you.
have the minutes to
Why
to show
Who-
that.
Who do the Lakers have that they're not going to put him in?
A lot of people.
Dude, Austin Reeves was pretty crucial in like
Dude,
a
they have
couple games last
Westbrook,
season.
Nunn, Lonnie Walker,
Westbrook
Beverly,
Westbrook starting, and then you have
Schroeder. Like that's a lot,
okay.
dude.
Look at you're looking at bench because he's coming off with the bench. Like Westbrook, LeBron, and AD are all starting.
And
Like
probably
that's
Beverly.
clear, and Beverly, and probably Thomas Bryant, I would
Yeah.
assume. So there's your starting 5. Everyone else fair game. So when you look, Austin Reeves is a guard.
He's a pretty small guard.
Yeah, so like you're looking at Schroeder, Kendrick Nunn, Lonnie Walker, I guess. I mean,
Yeah, I'm just saying there's going to be a lot of guards. It's not going to be easy to prove yourself.
hopefully they could get rid of some of these guards and they can bring in more like forwards and stuff like that. Because I mean, I don't know.
We don't really have any.
Yeah, like I mean, and we don't need all these guards. Like it's kind of like how you just said. I mean, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, I don't know. Austin Reeves is a great player, but I don't know how much he could really prove himself with all these fucking guards. So, it will be difficult. But at the same time, because we don't have power forwards and stuff like that, these guards are gonna have to play different positions.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like LeBron had to play center.
Exactly. So I mean,
Maybe
and
we'll
again,
have Westbrook as center this year.
goes back to see like how deep are they actually gonna fucking go next season with all that? Yeah, like you're gonna have Austin Reeves as center.
Yeah, I don't know. Like AD's gonna get hurt, and then who's gonna be there?
I saw Damian Jones.
Yeah, we have him.
He's power forward / center. Which
Yeah,
I
but he's
thought
not that good.
Yeah, like I'm like that's who we're looking at as our backup.
Yeah.
Like that's our backup, and who's our backup after that? Like no one.
Yeah, dude.
You know, like it's scary times, bro. Scary times.
And I think that pretty much covers like the news side of things.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a few games, like some videos to react to. I saw this Chauncey Billups video on Twitter. Speaking of if they drafted Carmelo over Darko Milicic in the 2003 draft, and like how that would have changed Melo's career, and like the comparison to LeBron. So we could watch that.
We all thought we was taking Melo.
Okay.
We all was on deck. We was always on board. We all thought Melo was Melo. We excited. It was perfect. Obviously, we had a team. We took Tayshaun the year before, but Tay would have been
Could have put
the
him anywhere.
perfect 6-man
Could've
Swiss
put him
Army man.
anywhere.
He'd do whatever,
Mhm.
you know. So I thought we was perfectly built to have Melo. Here's the interesting question. I say this all the time. If we do get Melo, when was Bron going to ever take over?
Because people forget Melo was neck and neck with Bron Rookie of the
That
Year.
was a
for
hell of a
Rookie of the
rookie season. But now we're in the same division.
But he has he has a way better support system with y'all.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now he gonna get raised right in the game.
His
He ain't
whole
come in and
trajectory of
shoot
his
it 25
career.
times.
His whole trajectory of his career changes.
So in 2003, the Pistons drafted Milicic, who turned out to be one of the biggest busts, obviously. They passed up on Melo, Wade, and Bosh.
Yeah.
And then they still won the championship that year. So obviously they would have won with Melo, considering he was, arguably Rookie of the Year over LeBron, a lot would say. And the Pistons being the only team that's ever won a ring without a top 75 player obviously shows they had like an insane organization and chemistry.
Yeah.
So like he was saying, how that would have shaped Melo differently. He would have had a ring, his first year into the league. Obviously, he probably wouldn't get Finals MVP, but he would still have that to his name today, and probably they could have won, more.
Well, I think that question was actually saying also though, like, how would it affect LeBron? Like, when would LeBron be able to actually like pop off? So, thinking of that, like when you really put it into perspective, like, dude, it could be like years.
Because Melo got drafted to the West instead to the Nuggets,
Right?
And the only person, in 2009 when they versed the Lakers in the conference finals, Kobe was the only player in Melo's way. I mean, if they beat Kobe, they would have won the ring. They would have beat Orlando, I think. So, it's kind of an unfortunate route for Carmelo. I think that's why I think he's a little underrated.
I mean, look, like the thing is, like you look at also like Chris Paul, like
Yeah,
people say
everyone
Chris
has
Paul,
like
he
unfortunate
needs it.
routes, and it happens to everyone. But I'm just, it's always what ifs, and if that happened, that happens a lot of times. But it's just cool to look at it. And
So what do you think? When do you think that if Melo actually did get drafted to the Pistons, like when do you think that LeBron would have like actually like?
I mean,
started
at
going
that
off?
time, the Pistons, after the year they won that championship, they were starting to get a little old.
But you have to think about
And the
it.
team broke up like after the the Malice in the Palace fight. So, but Melo would give LeBron a run for his money in the East because LeBron's team was really bad. I mean, the East was also pretty bad at that time. LeBron, in his third year, took his team to the finals 8 straight years. But if Melo was drafted to the East, you don't know, dude.
I mean, Melo was just a scorer, bro. And he was just he was just a bucket. Like, he was a walking bucket. He made.
And he's also impossible to defend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even today,
6'8", 6'9",
6'9", bro.
huge.
He's so tall, and that he's able to just shoot over players and make a bucket. So it's so easy.
Kobe, being one of the greatest on-ball defenders ever, said that Melo was probably before Durant. He said Melo was probably the toughest player for him to ever defend, because dude, he's stronger than most people that are guarding
big.
him. He's tall. He can pull up from anywhere, and it's unfortunate.
And we look at Melo. We're talking about him today, and it's kind of like how that video was saying, people forget how neck and neck,
Dude,
Melo and LeBron were. Dude, Melo was a fucking insane player when he first came into the league. I mean, even
Nuggets,
today,
bro, with AI, even that was such a fun team.
Yeah, you see glimpses of it today, like what he did with the Lakers, what he did with Portland, with him just literally just splashing threes, splashing baseline jumpers and stuff like that. But it's that's the smallest shit. Look back at highlights 10, 15 years ago, and the guy was going insane.
Yeah, he's one of the best scorers I think we've ever seen. Pure scores, he's top. I don't know, 20. But
I mean, it's like Kobe. When he has the ball in his hand, you could trust him.
Yeah, he's kind of a ball hog, but he'll make it work.
Yeah.
So I mean, he definitely would have had a ring.
He would have held LeBron back a little bit longer.
Yeah, because LeBron's team was terrible.
Because, like you said, the Pistons also, they broke up, but at the same time, Melo probably would have stayed. And he would have, that team then would have started being built around him.
Yeah.
So, that just, it changes the whole dynamic.
Yeah, I mean, there's always, every year there's, busts that are taken really early in the draft, and you always look back and say, what if they took... what if Portland drafted Durant over?
But it's not
Greg
even
Oden.
about bust, bro. It goes more than that into the point of you have Melo that got drafted to a good team, so it's they then won the finals. So it's now Melo has a better perception than LeBron, because at the time LeBron was the no one. He just got drafted.
Well, no, he was
not a no one, but
still the most talked about player coming into the NBA.
I know. But when I say no one, I'm saying I guess when you compare him to Melo, if Melo were to win that championship, then Melo had won a championship, LeBron hadn't, and they both just came into the league at the same time. So at the time, you would be well, Melo seems to be the more clear
and
choice.
I mean they've also battled it out in high school too, and before the NBA. So it was always neck and neck between them.
So I'm saying they could have chose to build teams around it. Players could have wanted to go to play with Melo instead of LeBron at the time, and that could have changed the entire thing. So I don't know, it goes really fucking deep as to how much it could change it.
And I always wondered if LeBron was in the West earlier in his career, how his career would have. I don't think he would make 8 straight finals. The first season he came to the West, he missed the playoffs.
How many championships do you think he'd win
in the West? I mean, obviously it depends what team he's on, but if you put that Cavs team that he had before he went to Miami, they wouldn't make the finals. You're going up against Spurs and Lakers, and then when he went to the Heat, obviously that was a huge team, but still, what was their competition? Derrick Rose, Derrick Rose was good, but dude, LeBron's smoking him.
The East back then was no East today. It's
he had what he had the Celtics big three, old as fuck when he went to the Heat. They were done, and he couldn't beat them when they were in their prime. The Celtics big three.
Yeah.
So, that kind of it's hard when you look at the GOAT conversation, because you can have all these arguments for LeBron, making 8 straight finals, but I don't know.
I mean, time.
If I don't think in the West,
sure.
because it's literally proved he went to the West, missed the playoffs, won the bubble, then next season first round exit, and then next season missed the playoffs again. So how much is it? Like, did he have great success so far?
Look, no. Dude, you can't question that LeBron had if he had great successes. He definitely did. You can definitely question that some of them might have been easier routes than others, though. But like, you can't question the fact that he did make these final appearances. Like, yeah, maybe it was a little bit easier than like it would have been for like the next person, or like if he was on the West. But like, bro, he still did make it to the finals. He still did win these championships, and like he still did it like, I mean, not alone, but like for the most part, like by himself. So
yeah, I mean, I think his most impressive championship
credit
was
where
like the
credit's due.
3-1 versus the Warriors.
Obviously.
But beside that, like, none of the paths were really difficult.
I mean, yeah, like when you talk about bubble year, like I don't disagree about that for sure. And yeah, it's sad to see that after bubble year championship, yeah, we were fucking first round exit to the Suns after we won 2 games, and then we lost, and then we just lost the rest of them after.
Yeah,
just
I mean,
because
Kobe had to verse way more 50-plus win teams in the playoffs, and you look at his second best player in Pau Gasol, obviously an all-star, but we're not comparing Pau to Kyrie or Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of getting off topic, but like when we're looking at competition, like I think LeBron had one of the easier routes, like all time in his career.
I mean, definitely. Like if Melo wasn't
not
in the
to
way
say
of
he
that,
didn't carry his team.
No, I
he
agree
obviously
with you.
carried a
If Melo
shitty
was
team
in
to
the
the
way,
finals, but yeah, like Melo, a young Melo was a baller, and if he was on the Pistons, it would have been a problem.
100%, bro. Like one player at the time, because that's the thing. Like today, you see super teams and stuff like that. Back then, it wasn't even about that. It's like you have that one player. Like, dude, Melo makes such a big difference. LeBron makes such a big difference to the team. So it's like that's scary. You see Melo on a team like the Pistons at the time. That's fucking scary. So Pistons made a
and they would have paired
bad
well.
mistake.
The Pistons with one of the greatest defensive teams ever, and like throw in an insane offensive player to like fix all your offensive needs.
They made a pretty bad mistake, and it shifted the league to be what it is today. Like I truly think that I really do think if Melo was on the Pistons, bro, the league would be entirely different today.
It could
Entirely different.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff like that,
Because like so deep,
Curry was
bro.
supposed to get traded to the Bucks, so like that, everything could be different if one small thing went another way.
Yeah.
So we can't, it's hard. You can't go back, but it's cool to look at it.
Okay, so it says so it's to build a player, choose one player from each category, and I guess you build like your star player from it. So I didn't even look at who these players are yet. So I guess we could just go from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Cool. So all right, so we'll start with shooting. So for shooting, we got Damian Lillard, Klay Thompson, and Devin Booker. I feel like you know who I'm going to go with for this
Who?
one. You want to take a wild guess?
I mean, I don't know. It's going to be either Dame or Klay. I don't think you're taking Booker.
I'm taking Dame.
All right. I was thinking Dame, but I would actually take Klay.
Really?
Yeah, I think.
For shooting?
Yeah, one of the greatest shooters ever, one of the purest forms.
Is this in their
Automatic.
primes also?
Yeah.
I mean, but like, dude, Dame in his prime too is fucking a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast. He could pull up from anywhere. But I'm just like, if I'm looking at the sole category of just shooting the basketball, bro, I'm taking Klay. I mean, dude, probably top 2 shooter of all time. Like,
I mean, if you
and
are
we're
looking
talking
at
like
prime,
pure form, like the shot itself, probably number 1.
if you are looking at prime shooting,
I'm not looking at handles or anything. This is just shooting. That's why I take him over Lillard. I'd rather
right.
Klay's consistency than Lillard's
I'm with
range.
you. For shooting, I would do Klay.
I mean, what do you have that one game? Like, first of all, I think he has the record for most threes in a game. And then he had that one game where he has 62 points or something with 3 dribbles.
That's
absurd.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm tripping. I mean, like, I'm not tripping, but I mean, it's a
not
tough
bad,
argument. But yeah, you're right. I mean, Klay. The thing is, like, I just can't. I keep picturing him last season, and before that, he didn't play in so long. It's like so hard to remember. But yeah, bro. Like thinking back on it, dude, the guy was
he's automatic.
insane. I mean, and like no knock on Damian Lillard, and Devin Booker too. I mean, Devin Booker's a good shooter. I don't like him, but
Yeah, more of like, but he has more of that fadeaway shot, like a Kobe style.
I
Little
personally,
different.
I also think that Dame and Clay were more consistent. Even in, I don't even know, like
Yeah, no, I wouldn't
in
take
general,
Booker.
yeah, just in general they are. All right, I'm with you with Clay. I like that one.
So defense.
We got Marcus Smart, Gobert,
Switching.
and Giannis.
I mean, Gobert is eliminated.
Yeah,
there.
fuck that. I'm taking Giannis, bro.
I'm taking Smart.
Come on.
Because, dude,
Giannis has a size.
but that's the thing. We're not looking at size here.
That matters for defense.
No, defensive ability, because you're picking size later down.
Oh,
like,
I
if-
missed that one.
If I'm taking Smart's, like, on-ball defense,
I missed. Okay,
Yeah,
I
'cause
didn't see that size.
if
was
it's
on-
with size, obviously
Fuck,
Giannis, but,
I hate not taking Giannis, bro.
yeah, I don't know. I'm taking Smart.
Yeah, I'm taking.
I think he's
for
a
sure.
smarter defender.
I was that was literally my argument for Giannis is his size, but I didn't notice that there was a size category. Okay, then for sure Smart.
Yeah.
I mean Smart. Yeah, defense player of the year. I mean I don't even think I need to
Yeah,
explain
he's
that
a
really.
great defender.
All right, we got athleticism.
That one's pretty obvious.
Donovan
I think.
Mitchell, Zach LaVine, and Ja Morant. I mean, I'm
after
saying
last
Ja.
season, I'm taking Ja.
Yeah.
I mean, he flies.
Yeah, that guy is
Like
fucking
Zach LaVine's a
insane.
great dunker. Obviously, we saw it, but nobody's flying like Ja
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
not thinking of Zach LaVine as an athlete. Like, I mean, yeah, they're all athletic. Like, I'm not. When I'm thinking athleticism, Zach LaVine is not there. Donovan Mitchell for sure. I mean, like,
Dude,
guy's
I
fast
mean
as
Zach
fuck.
LaVine. But think about like his dunk contest performance.
yeah, but
He's
that's
like doing windmills from the free throw
yeah,
line.
but it's a dunk contest. Like,
he's still athletic, but not.
like
I don't
Ja
think
Morant
on
is
Ja's,
doing shit in game.
Yeah, like Jaws flying to block you.
Yeah, like, do you see what he did to
yeah.
Avery Bradley last
Yeah,
season?
that
Like,
was
bro, no one's doing that shit. No one's doing that shit. Like, I
Okay.
need that on my team.
What about for size? Embiid, Cat, and AD. I mean, they're like all pretty similar.
I'm taking Embiid, bro. I hate it.
I'm taking AD.
No,
I think Embiid's a little bit
AD
too
will
big.
just get injured on you, bro.
We're just talking about their size though.
And he'll get injured. Yeah,
No.
his size.
Embiid's fatter.
It's not about fatter though. Okay, yeah, that's the thing. Cat's size, I don't think works well like at all. Like I'm eliminating. No disrespect to Cat, but in regards to, I don't know, bro.
AD.
He
I think
seems
he's
like
the
a little
most
more,
fit.
like a little more of like a bigger player, I guess.
AD's like the perfect height to also defend smaller positions.
AD and Embiid are like the same height, bro. I'm
No,
pretty
I
sure.
think Embiid has a couple inches on him.
No way. Hold
Yeah.
Hold on.
And so I think Cat and AD are more.
Yeah, Embiid is 7 feet, AD is 6'10", and Cat is 6'11". Literally, you're looking at like 1 inch difference. So it's going 7 feet, 6'11", 6'10".
Yeah. I think I'm taking AD.
But like that's the thing. You're not only looking at your height. You're looking at like size in terms
Yeah.
of like weight.
yeah, and I think AD is
So,
like
Cat seems to be like a little bigger for
Cat's
his weight.
like chubby, I think.
Yeah. And dude, I'm taking Embiid.
All right.
I think Embiid's size is better than AD there. I don't know.
To me, AD size is a little bit better to guard the perimeter.
What is AD? How does AD size help him play so differently?
You're just shorter. Like the same way when you're taller, you're better inside. Like you're more versatile.
I mean, I guess, but like, how do you look at? Like that's the thing. You're looking at AD and Embiid. Like, bro, they're literally 2 inch difference. Like,
It
what
makes
about like Giannis?
a difference. Giannis is a freak of nature. Like not every 7-footer is doing that.
What about Jokic?
Jokic can't move.
But he, bro. I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'll give you that.
And
I'll
Embiid's
give you
pretty
that.
slow. Like AD's, I think, faster than Embiid
Yeah, he is
because of the size.
But I like the size on Embiid. I think having that size is like benefit. Like, I think having Embiid size makes it so easy for him to just pull up from a 3 also. Like AD can't. I mean, like not because of his size, but he just can't shoot a 3. But like, I don't think that his size is really like helping him, other than the fact that he can maybe grab rebounds and like, how is
It's
him
just
being
like
smaller?
your quickness is better.
I,
It's quicker on your feet. I
I
don't know.
I don't look at
7-footer.
AD as like a
That's why
quick.
like a lot
person
of
in
players
general.
don't like to be listed as 7 feet. It's like It's like a curse.
I don't know, bro. Embiid, like, you know how I feel about Embiid. I'm not the biggest fan, but like,
Yeah, it has nothing to do
I am
with just
taking
his
Embiid.
size.
I am taking Embiid for that.
I don't know.
I think so.
I don't see it. But I mean, to me, the next one is the toughest.
I like the next one.
Playmaking: Luka, Jokic, and the CP3.
All right, who do we want to eliminate? Who are you eliminating first? I think I know. Who
Probably
I'm eliminating.
Luka.
Disrespect, bro.
What do you like? I don't know.
I'm taking Jokic
least
off.
assists.
No, yeah. I mean, how are you gonna say assists? Like, look at his team.
Look at Jokic's team last year.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit better than Mavs.
No, dude, they were both
Regardless,
terrible. But I'm taking Chris Paul. I think he's still the best playmaker here.
If you're looking at prime, 100%, I'm taking Chris Paul.
Even to this day, like he's just such a good playmaker.
I don't know, Luka's playmaking like has been fucking disgusting. Like, I mean, you've seen what he's been doing in the NBA and in the Euro League. Like, he's like almost a freak of nature. Like, you can call him. Like, he's getting there. Luka every year is just getting more and more intense. Like that's why I'm like very. It's like, bro, like I'm like Chris Paul here and like Luka here. Like it's
Chris Paul has the highest IQ, so that also helps like in playmaking, obviously.
My question is, why did you take Luka out before Jokic? Like, why are you putting Jokic above?
Dude, when
Luka?
you're 7 feet and you have the ability to play make like that, you're gonna be
But
an
who
insane
ca-
playmaker.
yeah, but
because you could see everything.
Yeah, but you can't look at it like that. Like
I
no, because you said like when I said the argument for Dame in the first one, you said strictly shooting. Like you can't talk about his height. Like you're talking about strictly playmaking.
But he's good at playmaking because of like his height.
I don't think it's because of his height. Bro, like these are all tall players. Like they could see the court. Like I don't think being like 2-3 inches taller is like helping.
I think he's super smart. Like he gets his
teammates
wide open. They're both really good. They're neck and neck.
I guess. I mean, I'm with you. Like I'm taking Chris Paul over those two. But like after Chris Paul, I'm taking Luka. Like I'm not taking Jokic. I think Jokic is the last person I'm taking.
Great debate.
I mean, like I don't know, bro. Like I see the shit that Luka does. Like, and I've seen what Jokic does too. Like Jokic is a beast too. But you're talking about assists. Like Jokic also like pulls up to shoot. Like
yeah, I mean it's not just assists and playmaking. Even though I think Jokic is probably above Luka.
I mean, I'm also trying to think like when we had like one of these visuals or like a similar one, and it was like, who would you want for like a 3v3, and like you picked Luka. Like, would you pick Jokic over Luka for like that, for something like that? Like,
no, but I'm also looking at scoring. And
I
like
guess.
ISO ball and ball handling.
But I mean, Jokic is a scorer too.
And like
Just
maybe
not
I
the
would,
same type.
but he just can't dribble as good, so it's hard. But like everyone's so focused on him that's why he's such a good playmaker.
But you don't think playmaking has to do with being able to dribble the ball and hold the ball? Like
yeah, but he doesn't
everything.
get turnovers. Like he can bring the ball up the court.
I guess because like how are you gonna turn like? He's a smart player. That's the thing. Like
yeah, but that's
he doesn't
part
play
of playmaking.
stupid. Like he knows that he's not like
I said it. I think it's
dribbler.
very neck and neck. You can go either one. I don't think Luke. If you're saying Luke, I don't think Luka's light years ahead of him.
No, not light years, but like I think that there's like a clear difference, and I'm taking Luka over Jokic.
That's interesting.
I don't know.
So I mean, we agreed on all of them except for the last two.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, no, the last one we took Chris Paul though. So
Oh well, yeah.
we just didn't
that's
agree
true.
on the size.
I guess going down it, we do Clay for shooting, Smart for defense, Ja for athleticism. We have two different sizes.
Yeah.
Let's just meet in the middle and say fucking cat.
No, absolutely not. No. Playmaking Chris Paul.
All right.
Let us know what you guys think. If you disagree with any of them, and who wins the battle of Embiid and AD.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's hard to like. How do you pick someone other than Chris Paul there? Like realistically.
Because I mean, Luka and Jokic are pretty good.
Yeah, but like at the same, yes, but like Chris Paul has always been like top playmaker in the NBA. Like maybe like it comes with the amount of time in the NBA that's how I feel about it. Like that's the thing that Luka and Jokic don't have is that experience, that amount of time. Like maybe if they did have that amount of time in the NBA, we'd feel the same way. Like because they've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
So at the same time, like if you're judging it like on based off of 1 year, like if you're basing it just off of like last year, I think it's a very fair argument to say Luka might have been a better playmaker.
Yeah, it's
Like it depends how you're looking at it too. Like, because in that case, like I might pick Luka over Chris Paul. Not that Chris Paul wasn't good last season, but Luka was just insane last season.
yeah, but I mean, we took Clay like for prime, so just keep it like at their prime.
Yeah, I'm just
If
saying
we're like not going
hypothetical.
prime, well, I'm probably taking Lillard for
Yeah.
shooting if we're going off. Well, even I mean, Dame didn't really play, but still, I know he's a great shooter.
No, yeah, I'm definitely taking Lillard over Clay today.
Yeah.
I know that Lillard is a better shooter than Clay today. I don't need to see
Yeah.
him play. Dude, that guy's just an instant bucket also. Like I always say, like mini
Mhm.
Curry, bro.
Okay, so this is a wheel. Just with like we put 10 NBA players who we think are like probably top 10 or like at least in the top 15.
Honestly, yeah, we didn't really put too much time into it. We just kind of thought off the top of our head. 10 of the really really good players that are in the NBA today. Threw it onto this wheel that we got, and basically what we're gonna do is 2v2s. So we're gonna spin the wheel, and we're gonna pick 4 players essentially that it's gonna land on. The first 2 are gonna be the first team, and then the second 2 will be the second team. And so he's going to spin for his team. I'll spin for mine. We'll see I guess, who wins and, why we think so. So, yeah.
All right. So this is for my team.
Yes, sir. Let's go 1-1, I think.
Okay.
All right, so who you got?
So I have LeBron.
Oh. And for clarity, this is going based off of, like, this season. So, like, how they how they performed last season,
So it's like a 2v2 pickup game, judging off their current abilities.
I got Jimmy Butler.
It's like the finals. Oh, LeBron again.
Well, LeBron against Jimmy Butler.
Not LeBron.
Hey, you just really want LeBron on your team, bro. I get it.
Don't show me purple. All right. Butler. Dude.
Get it out.
The chances of that happening is pretty low. Kawhi.
Okay.
LeBron and Kawhi.
Yeah, that's a good team.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But, I mean, every combination here is pretty good.
Come on, give me a big. Butler again.
Butler, Jimmy.
Come on.
LeBron.
Embiid. Okay.
Oh, I'm smoking you.
Jimmy Butler and Embiid against LeBron James and Kawhi.
I mean, it'll be close, but, dude, I think LeBron and Kawhi are winning.
Really?
You think Butler and Embiid?
I think it's a really good matchup, actually.
Put Kawhi and Embiid, lock his ass down, bro.
Like, yeah, exactly. Kawhi and Embiid on each other, like, that's a good matchup. And I'm like,
Embiid's too slow though to guard any of those players.
Butler and LeBron on each other is very nice. Like, Jimmy Butler can lock LeBron down pretty well.
I know.
Like, I think Jimmy Butler slightly takes an advantage on that.
And
Embiid has the height.
Like LeBron full defense mode could also lock down Jimmy.
True, but Embiid has the height over Kawhi. That's where
offensively though, I don't.
And defensively, bro.
No, I'm saying offensively, I don't see how those two would beat LeBron and Kawhi.
Well, one thing.
I don't know.
I get that's the thing. Like Embiid can
what is he
pull
gonna
up.
Post up all game?
Embiid can pull up and he can post up. That's what I'm thinking. Like it might not be the most
I don't
fun.
know if he'd pull up on a 2v2. Like he can't create that much space.
Maybe, but he can post up. Like I think that he could post up on Kawhi. Like maybe he won't get away with it every time. But I mean,
Kawhi's
he has the
locking.
height. Like, bro, we
Kawhi's-
just went over it. Like,
Kawhi's locking his
bro,
ass
Embiid's
down.
7 feet tall and he's big.
And Kawhi's what?
6'8", 6'9".
All right, he's
It
locking
matters.
him, bro.
3 inches is.
You just said 2 inches didn't really matter.
What? No, okay, but when you're doing twos, it definitely does. Hold up. Now I have to find out how tall Kawhi is.
Oh, Kawhi's like 6'9", probably.
6'7". Hell no, he's getting shit on, bro.
No,
Embiid's smoking.
Dude, Kawhi's one of the best defenders of all time.
Yeah, but when you're putting him on Embiid, bro, that's 5 inches.
He could be on anyone.
How are you, bro? How are you gonna tell me offensively Embiid does not take Kawhi just in a one-on-one like that? I'm telling you, like,
He's just too slow, bro.
Butler and LeBron,
Bro,
like,
he's gonna
take
get-
him out of the equation right now.
Even if he's tall, like the physical like bumping when you're posting up every single play, it gets tiring.
True.
Like Kawhi's not just gonna let you, bro, with his thick
But
ass
like
thighs.
Jimmy Butler, he's not like
not.
not. He's also he's there, bro. Like, you know, like you can't say he's not. Like, yeah, LeBron can lock him down, but not for the most part. Like Jimmy, he'll be able to get like a shot or two off. He'll be able to make a couple buckets. Like, I'm not saying LeBron might be able to too, but like he's not as consistent with it.
I mean,
bro.
this can really go either way, honestly.
It-
Like if they played 10 games, I feel like it might go like 6-4.
maybe like it's a tough one.
Yeah.
But, not just because this is the team that I got, but I think Embiid and Butler take it, bro.
I just don't know how good like big men are in a 2v2.
It's tough to say, but the only thing that I can
'Cause
compare
they're
it
so
to is
fucking
like
slow.
when we played in the park, like against them. Like, yeah, they're slow, but
Yeah,
bro,
but-
they're so tall. They lock the
'Cause
paint
but
down. They can
They're
post
so
up
close
so
to the
easily.
rim at the park because we're short, but LeBron is still
No,
is
no, I'm
close
even
to the
comparing
rim.
it to like when we play with other bigger people and like they're like playing defense against each other. Like, bro, I'm looking at it like a couple inches makes that difference. Like, dude, like, and this isn't a couple inches. We're talking 5 inches. Like that 5 inches is like that's a lot.
Yeah, but
Like, maybe
it's
that's not that much like
it's
that.
the speed that I don't know about.
Maybe.
And Kawhi's strong, bro.
Kawhi definitely is coming back.
Like, he's gonna hold his place if you're posting him up.
Maybe, but Embiid's strong. I don't know. Like how much can he hold his place? I don't know. Like Embiid's a strong guy too. It's tough. It's a very tough matchup.
You want to try for one more?
Yeah, let's go for another one.
All right. Let us know what you guys think. Who wins that matchup?
Yeah, definitely.
Durant.
Oh no. Why are you getting all these players, bro?
Oh wait, you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, 1-1. You like to give it the light spin.
Giannis. Let's go. That's who I wanted.
I'm still smoking you here.
My Greek god.
Oh, here we go.
Who was that?
KD. Yeah, I'm giving it like the same spin. Jimmy 5 a.m. Butler.
Oh no.
All right, give me like someone small, like a
Curry?
Luka.
Kawhi.
So
Giannis and
see,
Kawhi.
that's good again.
Giannis and Kawhi, and you got KD and Butler.
Yeah,
Fuck.
because KD and Giannis is an insane matchup, and so is Kawhi and Jimmy. I don't know. Fuck.
I think Kawhi's taking Jimmy though. I think that's where it is. Cause Kawhi's big.
But Durant can score on anyone.
Okay, but
Giannis,
okay.
but Giannis will not give you threes. So
No, Giannis won't give 3.
you're already eliminating.
KD, but Giannis can lock KD.
KD can hold up his own against
Kind
Giannis
of.
on defense.
Kind of.
Like KD's not a bad defender. He's also 7 feet.
No, like, yeah, but and that's where I'm looking more like to Kawhi and Jimmy Butler. Not that Jimmy Butler doesn't have good defense, but it's kind of like the argument you were saying before. Like Kawhi is like a fucking
I do
huge
think
guy
Kawhi
now.
is better than Jimmy.
Like-
but Durant's probably one of the best like 1v1 players if you look at it like of all time. So
But this is 2v2.
yeah, but I'm saying if you're ISOing 1v1 versus Giannis.
But
Might-
again, you're
might
playing
shit
against
on it.
Giannis. You're playing against the fucking freak of nature, bro. Like, how much are you gonna be able to do? Like, if anything, like they're maybe equaling out at that point. But like, how far can KD really get? And like at the same point, yeah,
I don't
how
think
far can
I don't
Giannis
think yeah,
really
I don't
get
think
with
Giannis
that?
is just gonna dunk on KD.
No, I don't think so either. But that's where I'm like,
Giannis
okay,
is a lot
Giannis
stronger,
can look to
but
Kawhi for some help for sure. Like, I think Kawhi is like dominating Jimmy Butler at that point. I do. At least how I see Kawhi today, bro. Like seeing Kawhi today, and honestly, like it's sad to say, but like the way I look at Miami today and like Jimmy Butler is like just like a little lower. Like I just feel like he had many opportunities and he himself had more potential, and like he just didn't get that far. Like he's almost like. It's like almost like getting to like that finish line, but just like not crossing over it yet. Like that's kind of how I feel like with Jimmy Butler.
Mm-hmm.
But like with everyone else, I feel like they've kind of like crossed that finish line. Like they've taken that extra step, and I feel like he hasn't done that for his team. So that's why like I'm like, yeah, Kawhi, like he can, like bro, like look what he did with the Raptors.
But I mean, Jimmy Butler was never supposed to be as good as he is, so it's tough to say that he hasn't.
Kobe wasn't supposed to be as good as he was.
Yeah,
so that's not a fair argument.
You know it is, because, like, bro, Jimmy Butler has proven a lot of people wrong, and I mean,
guess. But like that's a good thing. Like he could keep proving people wrong. Like I guess
he's made it to the finals. Alone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I guess just going back to like the whole 2v2 though. Like when I really do look at it like 1-to-1, I think Kawhi over Jimmy Butler.
All right, let's. Who do you think would win, Embiid and Jokic versus Luka and Curry, up to 21 buckets?
Embiid and Jokic versus Luka and Curry.
Yeah.
Depends who starts with the ball.
No, I don't think it's that deep.
You don't think it's that deep?
Like, they can get a stop.
Who can get a stop?
Well, more Jokic and Embiid.
Yeah, they can get a stop. But I think Jokic and Embiid take it. Honestly,
I think so too.
Because it literally takes Luka and Curry to not get a rebound, and for Jokic and Embiid to have the ball the rest of the game and just dominate.
Yeah.
Because they just have the height after that.
I'm with you on that. They have too much of a height advantage.
Literally, that's like literally just posting up every point, every second. Like
yeah, like it's not going to be a fun game, but they're going to take it.
But if you switch it now if you're telling me Curry and Luka and Embiid, Curry, Jokic.
I mean, I like Curry and Jokic, but it's like that's the same. Like you can also go either way.
It's like
Luka has a lot of height and weight on Curry, so and Luka could post up way better.
I think that's a very fair matchup.
Of course, yeah. I mean, you're taking the top 2 point guards and the top 2 centers. Like you can also put Curry with Embiid and Luka with Jokic. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
they're both gonna win some and lose some.
Yeah, that's true. That's a tough one though. I don't know who I would take there. I'm thinking
like I like Curry and Jokic more, but
I'm thinking I like Luka, bro.
No, I'm saying as my favorite players.
Mm.
Like I take Curry and Jokic, but as far as a 2v2, yeah, probably like I think Embiid's a bit of a better scorer than Jokic also.
Yeah.
So
they're very similar, but yeah, but like also Luka, like I don't know, can't take like
yeah,
like you said, like he has the size over Curry, which is like the post up game helps, but like that's the thing, if like the other player, whichever big it is on the other team, comes to help. You know,
but he also
then
like
can't really
Curry doesn't. It's not like on 5v5. Curry has so many off-ball screens and running around. Like he doesn't have that.
That's all he does. I mean, that's all Curry does. Is he just runs around trying to find.
Because he just needs like an inch of space. So
yeah,
but not to say he can't get space on an ISO, but
yeah, no. But Luka actually has to go and make that space for himself, rather. So no, I definitely see what you're saying. Okay, so you sent this to me on Instagram. I haven't seen this yet, but this is the most points scored since
2017.
Yeah. So, or like in the NBA, I guess.
By single players.
Yeah. So, let's actually start from the bottom here. Or actually, no. We can start with
top.
Yeah, let's start with top. James Harden.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
I mean, yeah, in Houston, like the guy was just an animal.
The Giannis one surprises me a little bit because 2017, he was not scoring. I mean, that much. That was 5 years ago.
Yeah, but at the same time, the amount that... Okay, so look at 3, Westbrook. You could say that he didn't score too much last season.
Yeah, but that was only last season. That was still 18 points a game. Before that, he was giving you like 30 a game.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's like, how much does a season really impact this? I don't think it's impacting that much. Like Damian Lillard too, he was out all of last season almost, you could say. So
Yeah.
it's like because of injury, like LeBron is here, and
The one that surprises me most is probably Cat. I feel like he's been hurt a lot in the
where
last
is
5 years.
Cat?
Like second
Oh, he's
to
number
last.
9. It surprises me that he's above Jokic for sure.
Yeah,
Actually,
Jokic surprising me too. I feel like, where's KD? I mean, KD was out for a season, but so was Lillard.
that's a very interesting point too. And dude, Bradley Beal is number 6.
I'm not that surprised.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like he'd be lower on that. Like I would expect. I feel like maybe Jokic or Booker higher than that.
I don't know. Jokic, you have to think, like, this is the last 5 years. Jokic wasn't anything special 5 years ago or even 4 years ago.
Like I'm trying to think. Like, well, how? Like bubble year, he was already pretty good, and that was like
what?
3 years ago.
Yeah, so
You're adding 2 more years, bro. And like
Yeah,
the year
that's
before,
a lot.
why the year before that? I feel like he kind of made that's when he started like somewhat making an impact. So I guess
It's
his
also about like
first year.
consistency and how many games you play. Like that's why DeRozan's on there because he doesn't miss many games.
Yeah, DeMar doesn't surprise me at all on this
and
list.
Beal was even out like this whole season.
Dude, I'm telling you, Bradley Beal being at number 6, very shocking to me.
Oh no, dude, he led the league in points like a couple of years ago in points per game, and like he's always been pretty up there because he has no other options.
What about Booker? What do you think of that?
That's fine because he's always been a scorer since he came into the league. I mean, he dropped 70 points in a game.
But he also wasn't like getting talked about. I guess he was doing a lot. Yeah, he was scoring. He just wasn't helping the team much. Like before.
Is there anyone beside Durant that you feel like should be on this? I'm trying to think from 2017. Even
Lillard's
Luka,
there.
like Luka got
What
drafted
about
a year
Curry,
after.
bro?
Oh, that's true too. I mean,
Where the
Curry
fuck's Curry at?
Curry missed a full season also.
But like that's what I don't understand.
Like
is that,
I would feel like Curry would still have more points than Kat and Jokic.
like some of these players had injuries too, so it's like
Yeah.
where did they get their points? Where like
And
Curry
also
didn't
how
get his.
far low is Curry? Like he might be right behind.
so weird, bro. Very interesting. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
very
like
interesting
Giannis is
list.
super high to me.
I mean, for him to be at number 2 since 2017 for 5 years, like Giannis was really only making like headway like maybe 4 years ago, but like more like 3 years ago if we're really talking about
It's
it.
crazy how Harden's still at the top. That just shows
Dude,
how many
for
points
sure. And
he
like
scored.
by like a long shot.
Yeah.
Dude, by like what is it? 1,000? Yeah, by over 1,000 points. That's crazy. And like he's still going.
What about Tatum? Like he got drafted 2017.
I mean, if I were to expect Tatum on this list, I would expect him to be like 9th or 10th. So I guess, yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, Cat on it is very weird. Like, I could see Jokic maybe moving up one.
Yeah, because
and
I
then
do remember
Tatum
Cat
there.
being hurt a lot too, and like he was never dropping like 30 a game.
Yeah, it's very weird. I'm really wondering, like, I never like pay attention to like the individual scoring of a player like that. Like, like until you like see shit like this and you're like, oh shit, like I guess they did score that much. Like Lillard to me, like I've always like kept up with Lillard, so like him being at 4 like makes sense. Like
Yeah.
the guy was like always scoring, like that makes sense. But Giannis, like that's the thing, like we kept up with him. Like I guess, dude, like the last few years, like
He
he's
doesn't.
just
He
been
doesn't miss a
going
lot
insane.
of games too.
That too. Yeah. And Westbrook too. Westbrook never misses games.
Yeah,
So it's like
he's-
even though
yeah.
he wasn't that as consistent this season,
Yeah, it's still
he
18
didn't miss any
points a
games.
game for
you have like people
81
like
games.
yeah, because like LeBron is here at 7th, but LeBron misses games. He always misses games. So like yeah, he can go and drop 30, 35 points a night, but like he'll miss like 20 games.
If he didn't miss games, he'd be at the top. Because I mean, he scores.
I mean, if he was as consistent as
like
he
his,
was,
his averages
yeah.
are consistent.
yeah, for sure. Do you see anyone that's like that you think is missing? Maybe
I mean, just Durant and Curry, I would think.
Kyrie.
Nah,
I don't
he
think so
missed.
either.
He doesn't play enough.
I was thinking him at first, but then I was like, I don't think so. I was curious to see. What about Clay? What do you think of that?
Embiid.
I don't think Embiid.
I mean, if Jokic and Cal, why not Embiid?
I don't know. I feel like Embiid only started getting talked about also recently. Like he wasn't really going
Yeah,
crazy
same
like
with
5 years ago.
Jokic. But I feel like Embiid
Why-
scores more than Jokic.
Do you think Clay is just not here because of his injury?
No, yeah, and he didn't average that many points. Like CJ McCollum averaged more than Clay. But yeah, I would say Cat surprising and Jokic. I mean, they are the bottom two. And Giannis is surprising.
Like to me, seeing Booker below Bradley Beal, like I know you're saying like it doesn't surprise you to see Bradley Beal there, but like Booker below Bradley Beal is just it's a little shocking to me.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I don't know.
Booker was also drafted in I think 2015, so maybe he wasn't. He didn't get that many points his first couple of years.
Yeah, but I'm curious to see when if
and if you think about it, Booker is only a couple games behind Beal in terms of scoring.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, it's very very minimal. But what I was saying is like I'm curious to see how long it will take if it will happen for someone to pass James Harden like while he's still in the NBA.
I mean, he's not scoring as much. Like,
but you don't know. Next season, he lost 100 pounds, bro.
Embiid's still the number one option as far as scoring, and like they have Maxey as well, so he's not gonna get. This is like because he used to get 50 points every game.
No, I know. Like it literally has to do with Houston, like 100%.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm curious to see when this will actually change, because like Giannis, the way he's going, he's scoring 30 plus a game. I mean, sometimes 20 plus. But like he's scoring a lot of 30 plus games, and you'll see that a lot more consistently than Harden. So, dude, this might change this upcoming season or the next season.
Yeah, it'll definitely move around. Westbrook's gonna drop. Lillard's gonna go up.
I mean, Lillard is probably gonna pass him this season. Really looking at
2 games.
Yeah, like dude, literally 60. What is it, 66? Or no,
56.
No, 46.
46.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a couple games.
Yeah, but Lillard is for sure gonna pass him. I think DeRozan will as well. Bradley Beal might time. Bradley Beal definitely is a scorer on the Wizards. Like I don't know who else they're really looking
he's
to.
like their only option.
Yeah, I don't see him slowing down then. But LeBron might slow down a little bit. We'll see. Especially with like if he can expect like AD and Westbrook to do a lot more this season. You could definitely expect him to slow down, and drop down on this list as well.
Yeah, he
obviously
might. And there's other players that score.
What about Luka? He's newer to the league, obviously, but like
he was drafted a year after 2017.
Yes,
probably.
Do you see him coming up here recently?
Luka, like Trae Young.
Yeah,
they all average more points, and also, this is total points. It's not your average. So if you're playing, obviously, it's gonna go up a lot more than players that only play 50 games a year.
Yeah, for sure.
That's pretty much it for that.
I think that pretty much concludes
wraps
episode
up
4.
Episode 4. That was a pretty good one. It's pretty long.
Yeah, media day was today, so there was some cool stuff. Dude, we're getting very close to the NBA season.
Yeah.
Preseason's like a week or 2, which is so excited to see.
Hopefully
like
nothing,
NBA games,
no injuries.
Bro. Yeah, no injuries. And before we do end the pod, though, I saw one thing I forgot to mention. Darvin Ham had mentioned about the Lakers, LeBron. So we're probably gonna end up seeing some lower minutes for AD and LeBron and Westbrook in the beginning of the season. So according to Darvin Ham, in like October, November, December, they don't need to play playoff minutes basically. So
it depends on their record.
And so I'm curious to see like when he says that, is that going to give him time to explore what his options are for depth, like where like is he giving himself time to figure out, who he could rely on when it does come to playoff time?
Yeah.
Like what is his motivation to do to really
I think it's for their health.
And yeah, exactly. Is it for the health? Is it something that like maybe they requested? I'm curious. I'm curious. It's very weird.
It's easier said than done. You got to be winning games to do that.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, like I said,
so obviously
NBA
everyone wants to rest their best players, but like you got to be good.
Yeah, Yeah, so NBA season's coming up soon, so we'll see how many minutes they
Yeah.
do really get and how they really do perform, because Lakers have a tough season, and they have a tough start to the season too, from what I recall. So, they have to definitely come in like kicking strong,
Yeah.
or, it's gonna be like a rerun of last season. And last season they had an easy start to the season, so I don't know. Fingers crossed, bro. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's gonna be challenging.
Yeah. But yeah, like we said, that's basically episode 4. Sorry, I just wanted to bring that in because I just
Yeah, that
forgot
was
about
good,
it
yeah.
before. Yeah.
So we'll please subscribe, comment like what you guys think on the games and discussions that we have. Who you think would win, if you disagree or agree on anything, and we'll have some clips uploaded on our socials. So check that out. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, we'll go back to the normal upload schedule. Like, again, apologies for not uploading last week and just having this weird upload schedule. But with NBA season coming around and all that, we're also like a lot more excited to get into the season and have reactions to actual gameplay and stuff like that, because we haven't seen any games.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun to watch highlights and stuff like that from past games that will happen. So be sure to stay tuned. Check us out for episode 5, which will be coming out next week. And yeah, with that being said, we'll catch you guys in the next episode.
Yep. All right. Peace
Ciao,
out,
guys.